YouTube, welcome back to another 978 Customs video, and right now we got Bulletproof Spider-Man, and I really enjoy this figure. You can see that this is I don't know, it's just an improvement from the first Bulletproof I made a while back, and I did make a review for the first one, so if you want to see that first, feel free to click this card right here. But to be honest, I wasn't happy with the first one. Again, I liked the costume design, but I just didn't like the body it was on. I used an Ironman, and I shaved down all the armored parts, and the articulation wasn't up to par for me, so I had to get rid of it, and I'm happy I made another one. And I'm really debating on keeping this one, or at least putting it away for a while so I don't see it and get tempted to get rid of it. But I do like this one a lot, and it is semi-comic accurate. I have two heads. See, the head on the bottom is a little more accurate. It just seems a little slim for the body, and I'll pop it on afterwards. But here's a look at the comic cover for the Bulletproof Spider-Man. It's actually the Amazing Spider-Man. I think it's issue 656. I don't remember. I can't see right now. If you can see it, then you know what it is. But this is the only comic. I think it's a one-issue thing. He needed it to fight some weird guy. I forgot his name. I'll open the comic and show you a couple panels later. But there aren't many. There's probably like 4 or 5 pages towards the end that he finally gets the suit and saves the day. But it is a cool suit. People say it's an Iron Man suit, like a Mark 12 or something like that. But Tony Stark had no help in designing the suit. And that was probably a gripe of mine from the Homecoming movie, where all the tech came from Tony Stark and not really show the genius of Peter Parker. So the moment he puts on the suit, or the first image you see of him fully in the suit, he's causing havoc, breaks the windows, and goes after the mob. And they immediately take shots at him. And I guess there's some people that are being held hostage, and he has to go save them. And that's that weird guy I was talking about. I don't know his name. If you guys know, feel free to comment. I didn't even read the book. I mean, I read it once, but I haven't read it since doing this custom. So I'm sorry if I'm misinforming you guys a bit. But I mainly buy the comics just for more reference shots, pics that I can't get online, certain angles. And you see that his suit is bulletproof. All the bullets are bouncing off. So that's the reason why I buy a lot of comics. I read them. Actually, I was invested in the Spider-Verse. I got the Spider-Verse to see the spiders, and then I read the entire verse, and I got intrigued by it, and I was like, whoa, looks like I'm a Spider-Verse fan. And so I wanted to create all the characters that were in the comic, and that is my goal. Quick thing I want to point out, you see his wrist shooters, or the web shooters, come from the front of the wrist and not the back, or the inside of his wrist where the palm is, like usual. If you want to make yourself a Bulletproof Spider-Man, all you really need is a Bucky cat body. I use Havoc because he was mainly black, so it saved me some time in sanding some joints down. An Iron Man helmet, which is the head that you see on him now, and the second head is just the Havoc head redone. But this head is pretty cool, man. It looks really good. Honestly, I think it looks the best. It looks more accurate than the first one. And, whoa. But I think the first one, or the one that's on the body now, looks more like a helmet. In turn, looks better because it just looks more like the bulletproof suit. But here are some hands that I just took from a Pizza Spider-Man, or Ben Reilly, actually. And sculpted some pads on top of his hands. And to be honest, I don't see Hasbro ever releasing this figure. Maybe when they run out of Spider-Man characters to do, which is pretty unlikely, honestly. And as far as deco goes, I did do the spider in the back. You can crunch the ab crunch, and it's painted all the way up. And the same thing for the back side. The spider is painted all the way in the back. Now the blue shading is very subtle, but I added it in more places than others just so it can pop as if it's reflecting off a light source or something like that. And this is the Ironman head. You can see just a regular basic head. And to pop this one in, does look more comic accurate. I just feel like it's a little slim. You know, watching a couple of Shartimus Prime's reviews, I noticed he tends to say that some Hasbro figures have the BHS, which is the big head syndrome. But I think a lot of Hasbro figures' head size are proportionate to the body. So with that being said, I think he may think this head fits perfectly, where I think this head is just a little slim for it to look like a helmet. But I don't know. It does fit, but for me, it's just a little small. That's just how I feel. But to get a better look, let's pull up both of the heads. So I don't know. For me, I like this head right here, the Ironman head that I sculpted around Lefty eyes, and I think that just looks better. I don't know. This one also looks good. Maybe the eyes are too close together. I don't know. Something about it throws me off. But I did add a little more blue on that helmet just to kind of pop it out more. And to get into the work in progress pictures, here's the Iron Man head from the Avengers Thanos wave, I believe. I sculpted over the grooves on his face at first, but then decided to sculpt over his head entirely just to give it a bigger size. And the body is also entirely sculpted. Added some shoulder pads, sculpted over all the creases, muscle marks. And during this process, I didn't upload any work in progress pictures because I thought it looked kind of ugly and I wasn't sure how it was going to come out. So I rushed to paint it. And during the painting process, I started to notice that it was coming along okay. And so I added a little shade to it and to see if that would help it a little bit. And I think it did. So it all started coming along together, and I'm pretty satisfied with the figure and decided that maybe I should keep it. And these pictures aren't the most flattering, but they're just to give you an idea of what the blue looks like when you pose your figure at certain angles. Well, as always, YouTube, this is it. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for watching another 978 Customs video. And if you want to see more Spider-Man customs, feel free to like, comment down below. Let me know what you want to see next. And don't forget to subscribe. See you on the next one.